From Brianna's weight loss post. Oh, okay. But they're all ones that you've said, "Hey, I've just been meaning to ask you, what are your health and fitness goals?" Oh, that is awesome. No kidding. Seriously. That's awesome. I'm excited. That's such a good question to ask too, because it's really like non-evasive. It's not like pushy. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's such good advice. I like how you say that too, because a lot of times people have to hear that from us. And then once they hear, like, oh, you mean you don't just want to sell? You don't just want to sell me something to make your commission? You actually truly want to help me? Then they're like, okay, now I'm willing to buy. You know what I mean? And honestly, like, people think, oh, we're creating this $1 million business by selling challenge packs. And it's like, no, we do a lot of work for the $30 commission that we receive. Like, we may or may not ever receive commission from you again, but we will forever be your coach. So it's kind of a bonus. It is. So I see Tiana on here. How are you? Can you hear me okay? It's nice to have you on. We're excited to see you. It says Jill on your little screen. You must be at work. Awesome. That's exciting. Are you loving your challenge pack so far? That's good. We're excited to have you on here. And there is somebody else, but I cannot see them. Who else is on the call? The 241 number. Is that Jill? Oh, okay. Okay. You would think that, but I knew as soon as I heard your voice. You would think that after like what, 10 years, I would memorize your phone number. No. And I can't even remember my home phone number from when I was a kid. I'm terrible with numbers. So, okay, perfect, because this is going to be an exciting call. Um, I saw her post something. I gave her a little love on her page. Um, well, be sure to tell her that I put all of our team calls in the files page of Team Elite Fit. I record all of them, Post them to my YouTube. Oh, good. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. It is so incredible how much, like you said, you heard from one call that took you 30 minutes to listen to, something that has dramatically changed your business. And the call that I listened to last week that we then talked about on our team Zoom last week has dramatically changed my business. And I think literally just from what you've learned and what I have learned, all of us are going to be hitting Success Club. Like, no problem. And first off, I want to ask you if you had any questions. Okay. Tiana, do you have any questions right off the bat? Yeah, I know it's kind of overwhelming when you're a new coach. I don't know if Jill's plugged you into the Team Forward Fitness training. Okay, awesome. You've got an amazing leader leading your way. So just know that if you ever have any questions or anything, like ask in the team page, because 100% we all either have the same question or we've had that question before. So no question is a dumb question, just ask away. It's so overwhelming being a new coach, but the great thing is like the only thing you need to know is post, work out, drink your Shakeology, and reconnect with people on Facebook. That's like all you need to know. You don't need to know the basics. You don't need to know the challenge packs options. Like, you can figure all that out. But just the posting and then reconnecting with people. And I will tell you, my coach told me to do that in the very beginning, and I didn't take her serious. And it stopped the momentum of my business now that once I was 7 months in. So that's like literally just as important as drinking your Shakeology and doing your workout. Maybe even more. What's that? So, yes. So that's kind of what we're going to go over today. And yeah, you will not be confused when we're done, because I'm actually going to screen share and we're going to do a few. Like, if you have your phone in front of you, I want you to do a few as we are going over this. So one of the things Latavia taught us last week is when you have, so what she did is she posted like, congratulations to the winner of last month's challenge group, posted it to her coaches or to her challengers wall. You have to obviously ask the permission for that. And then everybody who liked or commented on her congratulations post, she then messaged and said, hey, I've been meaning to ask you, do you have any of your own health and fitness goals? Is that right? And she's gotten such great response from that. But when you're reaching out to do your initial reach outs, so make sure that you are adding 3 to 5 people every day to your Facebook friends list. And for a while, you can just go on the suggested friends that Facebook suggests, or like go through your high school yearbook, or old church directories, or another thing Latavia did that was really good is she went through her mom's Facebook account and friended and talked to those people. So there's a million different ways, but you want to make sure that as you're connecting with people and as you're growing your business, you're growing your social media network too, so that you have more people to reach out to. So yeah, just a simple, hey, how are you? I'm going to go into screen share and show you kind of exactly what you need to do. So I posted in the Team Elite, it says TFF tracker sheet, I believe. And if you print that off and you sit down to your computer for 1 hour or 30 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever you have time for, it's going to tell you exactly what to do to move your business forward. And I am encouraging everybody to fill that out weekly and send it to your upline sponsor. So you'd send yours to Jill. I haven't been doing that, and I have recommitted to doing that with my own coach. So I think It's kind of like having an accountability group, but with your coach to make sure that you're getting those things done. Okay, so I'm going to screen share. And I'm going to hop on to my Facebook. You guys can all get on yours as well. And I'm going to show you exactly what I have been doing every morning. So last week when I had my major aha moment, I recommitted to getting up at 5:15 every morning, doing my workout from 5:15 to 6. And from 6 to 7, I am sitting right here, completely focused with no distractions. I have headphones on and like soft Christmas music. My lights are all turned off, sitting by the Christmas tree. It's actually quite peaceful. I'm like kind of nervous to take my Christmas tree down because I've loved it so much. But this is what I'm doing. So I am going through, and this is how I'm initially creating my list. I would look and see, can you guys all see my computer? Okay. I would look and go through my last Facebook posts. And I'm going to click on all the people that liked my post. Now I pull this up on my phone while I'm working at my computer, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. So I go through all of these people, and I will tell you if there's like 100 likes, it takes a long time. But this has, you guys, last week I started doing this last Wednesday. Today I'm at Success Club 8. Okay, I have gone 2 months struggling to get Success Club and changing this one thing. I literally just got out of the shower. My hair's still kind of wet. I have been messaging people all day. I've signed up 2 coaches who want to build the business and 3 challengers, 1 on Shakeology HD, and it's all because this is all I have done. This is it. So I'm going through and I will click on Cindy and I will scroll through her past Facebook posts and I will like and give a genuine comment. If I have a relationship with her, I will send her a message and say, "Hey girl, how are you?" Then I'll click the back button. It will take me, so this is why I look at the list on my phone, because it takes me right back to my own page and then I have to go back to my list. So I go through, see, that's annoying to have to go back through again. I think I just heard Janice hop on. Janice, we are screen sharing and I am showing, that is Janice, right? I am going through and showing you what has propelled my business forward to go from last week to 0 Success Club points and nobody interested to this week almost 8 and 2 coaches. So this has been like incredible. Okay, so then I would click on the next person who liked it. Obviously it's Jill and she's already a coach and I already like all of her stuff because I like to support you guys. But if she wasn't, then I would go through and click on her post and I would not only just like, but I would actually comment on something. So when you're doing that, it is putting, you see how when somebody comments on something, their picture shows up. If your picture looks like somebody wants to look at it, they're going to click on that and say, who is that person who's friends with my friend? And you will get a friend request from like 5 people just from her friends list. So ever since I started doing this, I have had at least 10 to 15 friend requests every day for the past 7 days. I have not had friend requests like that since I've been a coach. But because I'm showing interest on other people and my face is popping up in a bunch of other people's comments, people are then coming and being interested in my page. So every single person who is liking or commenting on any of my Facebook posts in the morning for my 1 hour, can you see this whole list of names? I would go through and I'd go to Trudy, Jen, Joyce, Jason, Carrie, all of those people, and I would like and comment on at least 1 to 2 of their posts. If I feel prompted, I will also send them a message. Just, hey girl, how are you? I love what you said in that post. If not, I will just like and comment. So the other thing that I have been doing as I'm commenting on people's posts. So let's say I'm going to look up Latavia. And it's going to bring me to her Facebook and underneath friends. So this is a way that I am creating a lead list, whether it's for customers or for coaches. This is giving me an organized list that I can keep in contact with people. So when you've gone through and you've thought, who do I want to be a coach? Who do I want to be a challenger? You can make sure to show interest on their posts, because when you're showing interest in them, they're going to gain trust in you. Okay, so you see, you just click on that little down drop button on friends and you go add to another list. So since Latavia is one of my sponsored coaches, I put her in an RDPS coach group. If not, and I want her to be a customer, or she already is a customer, I would click on customer, because I feel like our customers need us liking and commenting on their posts as well. And when we're doing that, it's also going to bring up our face for all of the people in their friends list who is liking and commenting, which is going to make them then interested in us. Like, who is this person commenting on my friend's post? So if I want them to be somebody who I would love to be a challenger or love to be a coach, I'm going to click on lead list. Okay. So then when I go to my page and I want to figure out who were all the people on my leads list, it will show me in just a, let's see here, where is it? Over here somewhere it shows me who I have in my leads list. Where is that? Okay, well, I can't find that right now, but I'm going to have to find that in a second. So every morning, you need to comment and like on everybody who has liked your post. When you show interest in them, they will come back and show interest in you. I have not invited to a challenge group. I have hardly talked about coaching. I have hardly talked about Shakeology. I have just simply shared my life, showed interest on them, showed interest in their life, and they are all coming and messaging me like crazy. Like, I literally cannot even keep up today with the amount of engagement that I have had and questions and people who just cannot wait to get started. The other thing I did was on that big, scary, vulnerable post that I put out a couple of weeks ago, it was a huge engagement, a ton of engagement on the post, and it was really scary to post. So if you're putting out a before and after or something like that, where is it? Then you want to thank the people who have commented to you and just simply say, thank you so much. This was the one. So I had 111 people that I had to contact, and all I did was say, thank you so much for your support on my vulnerable post. It's super scary putting yourself out there, but I just want you to know how much I appreciated it. Done. Hope you're doing well, or then you can even say, how are you? Or have you gotten your Christmas shopping done? Or, whatever. I had 179 messages come back just from this one post. So, I've obviously been doing this for months now, and I would sit at my computer and I would be like, how do I invite? Do I just send random invites to everybody on my newsfeed? I don't really know where to start. So I would sit here and I'd get frustrated, and then the next morning I wouldn't wake up early because I wouldn't know what to do. But I can tell you that just doing this, I could spend hours all day just commenting and liking on other people's posts and sending messages saying, hey, thanks for your support. So last night I put out something just about like having the winter blues, and just thanked the people who supported that. Just said, hey, thank you for supporting me. These things stink. It sucks to live in Idaho when it's cold, blah, blah, blah. And people come back and they're like, hey, you're looking good. What can we do to get started? So when you're showing interest in other people, they are going to show interest in you. So when we are saying do your reach outs, do your invites, this counts as an invite. It counts as a reach out. So now I'm going to go to my messages. Why can't I see? So when you're in your messenger, you can then click on just like the letter A. And if you don't see that person show up on your newsfeed, you just click on, why am I not seeing where I can go and find like my list of people? I can find it on my phone, but never on my computer. Does anybody know where to find that? Like your list of, okay, let's just go to my list of friends. So as people are adding you as a friend, as soon as they send you a friend request, or as soon as they, okay, I'm going to show you that. So as soon as this person has shown up saying, these people, if they're asking to be my friend, I can confirm, and then I will send them a message. And I'll say, hey, it's great to connect with you on Facebook. I hope you're having a great day. That's it. The open line of communication has been opened. If they are people who have accepted my request, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click on their name, and I'm going to go to their page, and I'm going to like and comment on a few of their last posts, and then I'm going to send them a message, and I'm going to say, hey girl, thank you for the connection on Facebook. I'm excited to get to know you better. I'm always interested in like-minded, positive, strong mamas, or whatever you want to say. Hey, how are you? Or hope you have a great day, and just leave it at that. But it opens up the line of communication, and it shows people that you are interested in them. And when you are interested in them, they will then in turn be interested in you. So make sure you are always reaching out to the people, and I promise you, as soon as you're going through and you are liking and commenting on people's posts, people are going to start friend requesting you like mad. Okay, so you can go through your recently added friends, and if you have never had a conversation with them or you don't know them, you can go to their Facebook and do the same thing. Like and comment on 2 posts. You don't need to be creepy. You don't need to like every single one of their photos. And then put them on a leads list so that you know that this is somebody who you are interested in, and you want to keep liking and commenting on their posts. You want to keep popping up so that they know that you are interested in them. Yes. Okay, so I have a few of those that I did this morning. This is a girl who I've never met before, but you can see, hey girl, thanks for the random friend request. I do hair too. I always try to connect with positive, strong women like yourself. How are you? You can see where the conversation went. So it just kind of opens. And then this morning, so I sent her that the other day. Let's see, where did it go? When did I send that? That was last Thursday. So this morning I've never heard back from her. You know what? You can see I sent that on Thursday morning. I haven't heard back from her. But this morning I went to her Facebook page and I liked and commented on her last 2 posts. Just a genuine compliment. If it was a funny thing that she shared, I was just like, ha ha ha. It doesn't have to be like anything huge. And then all of a sudden I get a message from her today. So if you either write it down on a piece of paper, like I connected with this girl on Facebook, I sent her a message saying thanks for the friend request or thanks for the friendship on Facebook. And if you don't hear back, write it down on a list or put her on your leads list so that you can then engage on her Facebook and just show up. Show her that you are interested in her. A couple of weeks ago, I was at the Beauty Supply and I was at Peerless and Isa was with me. I was picking out hair extensions and there was another gal in there who had 2 little girls and our little girls were playing. They started to play. We left. We went to the next Beauty Supply. Well, she went to the next Beauty Supply too. So I was like, oh my gosh, how funny that we're both at the Beauty Supply. You must be following me. Ha ha ha. What's your name? She told me her name. I literally walked down the aisle after she left and I put her name in my notes app because I wanted to find her on Facebook. I then found her on Facebook the next day so it wasn't creepy. And I have liked and commented on her last few posts. Last week she started liking and commenting on a lot of my posts and today she sent a message and said, I feel like we were supposed to connect. I am an It Works distributor. I am frustrated. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but It Works doesn't work. I have not, and I'm not trying to be rude, but I have never seen a It Works distributor who is fit, healthy, with long, gorgeous hair, skin, and nails, like they all claim, okay? So she has reached out and just said, I feel like we were supposed to meet, blah, 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 blah. So don't feel like this all has to be built on Facebook. You can grow your connections with everyday people. I know that Jen Burgess at Summit last year, and I've talked about this story before, but last time I bawled my eyes out when I said it. We were sitting next to each other at Summit when the $100,000 weight loss winner was getting handed his check. And she looked over at me and she said, through my divorce and through my litigation and all of that stuff, the guy that has done all of my faxing at the fax company or the shipping place that I go to has about 200 pounds to lose. And I am going to help him. He will be one of my customers one of these days, and I will watch him on stage winning $100,000. And it really just stuck out to me. And about 3 months ago, he said to her, she walked in and she was wearing a coaching tank. She was in her workout clothes, hadn't washed her hair in 4 days, walked in to ship something and to fax something out. And he said, the back of your shirt says you're a coach. He said, I've watched you for the past year. You have lost 70 pounds. You started out coming in stressed and your eyes were swollen with tears and unhappy. And I've watched you in the past 7 months get lighter and happier and happier and happier. It says you're a coach on the back of your shirt. What does that mean? He didn't have Facebook. He's not into social media. And she has now been helping him. Just because it was a connection. I mean, it can be the person at the grocery store. Like I go to Albertsons every week on the same day. And I usually have the same cash register girl. I last week friended her on Facebook and have started liking and commenting on her posts. So there are so many opportunities that we have outside of Facebook to reconnect with people. The other thing I was going to say, what was I going to say? I just remembered it and now it's gone. Oh, make sure that on your Facebook, part of your daily to-do list needs to be to write on the people's birthdays. Send them a happy birthday. Because when their friends see that you are popped up on their Facebook telling them happy birthday and you have an interesting photo, they're going to click on your page and come to be your friend. Promise you. I've had people who I don't know very well that I say happy birthday to. They have then messaged me and said, hey, are you a coach? I need help. But because you've told them happy birthday, it made them feel comfortable with you. So a few of these people I don't really know very well, but I always send them a happy birthday. So when you're going to your friends list and you scroll through, if you see somebody who you have not talked to recently, who is not currently liking your Facebook posts, who you're not even seeing show up in your newsfeed, you need to make sure that you like and comment on their posts. So I haven't seen, this is somebody who's going to become a coach and be on our team in January. And if I have not seen her face popping up in my newsfeed, I'm going to click on her name and I'm going to put a little message. That's it. Now I'm going to know that she's going to show up in my newsfeed and I'm going to show up in hers. So go through your friends list. If you haven't posted on Facebook, which I hope you have every day, no matter what, I don't care if you've got the stomach flu, like still put out one post and then you'll have some people to like and comment on their posts. But if you don't have anybody, then you can scroll through here and let's see if somebody else comes up that I haven't seen show up in my friends list for a while. That's random. Okay, I have not seen hers show up in my newsfeed for a couple of days. So I am going to go to her page and just put a little comment. This seems really mundane, I know, but I will promise you it is going to move your business forward. So when they say to sit down for your power hour and do your 5 reach outs or your 10 reach outs or your 30 reach outs, however fast you want this business to grow, this is what they're talking about. I wish that somebody would have gone over this with me on a Zoom call so I could see, because I'm a very visual person, and I'm sure somewhere in the Coach University it talked about it, because I'm sure it did. But I didn't pick up on that. So I'm just going, give her a few comments. And exactly. Yes, that's correct. So that's why it's really important to go through your friends list and really look and see, who have I not seen showing up in my newsfeed? Because those people who are not showing up in mine, I'm not showing up in theirs either. So this girl is a Thrive distributor. I don't know if you've ever tried Thrive, but I don't know if you remember me telling you I tried it one day for her, and I had a rash on my stomach for a week. But she is currently doing Beachbody On Demand, the free 30-day trial. And I used to, not like and comment on the Thrive or It Works or any of those people, but I can tell you they are interested in what we have to offer. I didn't feel that they were at first, but they are. So when I was going through my engagements, I came across the secretary to my bankruptcy attorney. I will tell you right now, she just signed up 2 hours ago to be a coach. All I did was say, I just want to thank you for always being a smiling ray of light when I was in the darkest time of my life. That's all I said. That was a couple of weeks ago. We've kind of talked here and there. And all of a sudden, a couple days ago, she asked me a question. You know, she's moved to Florida. She's like, I need a beach body because I'm walking on the beach every day. And today she signed up to be a coach. Only because I sent her a thank you. And absolutely. And you have had experience with that as well. Letting people know that they are worth it and that you're in their corner makes them feel super good. And that's our job. Like giving people compliments, reminding people that they matter. That is our job. Remind someone that they matter. And so any of these people that I'm talking to, once I've clicked on their name and I put them on my leads list, I'm going to make sure to be more active with them on Facebook. Not in a super creepy, I'm not going to, message them every day. I'm not going to, sometimes I won't even send a message until I really feel ready. If they've put out if I've commented on a couple of their stuff and they have put out something that I really loved, I'm going to send them a message and just be like, that quote really hit me. I just want to thank you for posting that. So one of the quotes I came across today was, it was like a picture of a reindeer and it said, be more like Rudolph or something. Shine bright and be more like Rudolph. All I did was sent her a message and I said, I love that picture. Do you mind if I grab it from your wall and use it as an Instagram post? That was it. I'd never talked to that girl before. She wrote back and was like, oh my gosh, I love the inspiration on your page. I come every day to look to see what something positive that you have to say. I've never met this person. So when, like Latavia said, when you let them know that what they have is valuable, you think they're valuable, you think they're amazing, they're going to in turn they're going to feel important. So every day for your power hour or your power 10 minutes or whatever it is, whatever you have committed of the amount of time to put forward in this business, these are the things that you need to do. These are the reach outs. These are the invites. So after we have commented and liked and messaged these people, when we do put out an invite to our challenge group, what I want you guys to do is create an event page. And I want you to send these people that you have re-engaged with an invite to your event. And these people will already know they've had a connection with you. And then you can message them and say, hey, I don't know if you're interested in this, but I'm running this challenge group. Or you don't even have to do that, because I promise you, once you are either asking the right question of, hey, I've been meaning to ask you, do you have your own fitness goals? Or just a, hey, how are you? And letting it naturally come around, it's going to come around. When we are sharing the things that we are struggling with, or the things that we've struggled with in the past, and the tips that we've gotten through those things, if it's been an awful, terrible day of being a mother, talk about it and talk about what you did to change it. You have to be real. People connect with the realness. We are not always happy, positive, blah, blah, blah. We all have our days where we literally want to hide under our bed and cry our eyes out. And when you say that, people are like, yeah, I totally feel that way right now. And then they have a little bit of hope. just blasting them with, I'm so happy all the time, I work out all the time, I'm in so much good shape, I feel so great, that's not really relatable. Like, it is because it inspires other people to know that we have great products. But when you also open up yourself emotionally and be a little bit more vulnerable, people are going to start connecting a little bit more. And like I've always said, be goofy, be you, be silly. Don't be afraid to be a goofball. Like, just be yourself. So, those are the things that we need to be doing. Not very much, right? I literally feel like we've had such an aha moment for our team, and just changing these little habits and these little behaviors is going to give you so much success. So I will tell you, I don't want to wake up every morning at 5, but this is what I'm doing. I'm setting my alarm for 5:05. I have my Energize in a mason jar, ready with water. I pour a little bit of water in from a water bottle. I hit snooze till 5:15, drink it, go back to sleep. 5:15, my alarm goes off, I'm up. And I can tell you that just like when you see 2 pounds weight loss on the scale and it encourages you and inspires you to keep going, when you get your first Success Club points or your first person who reaches out to you to say thank you for being interested in me, it's like that same feeling of your 2 pounds weight loss. You're excited. You're motivated. I did take a 2-hour nap on Sunday. I was exhausted from getting up last week at 5 o'clock in the morning. This week it has not been as hard. I haven't been as exhausted at night. I feel like when I'm having that 1 hour to just focus and engage with people on Facebook, it makes it so I'm not so stressed out and trying to have to do it around the rest of the day when I'm trying to be with my kids and I'm trying to work my other business and, trying to be an individual and a wife and a neighbor. So I really feel that our power hour is where it's at, and you do this for your power hour and you will hit Success Club 10, if not more, every month. The other thing that I changed, and we talked about this last week, every conversation I was having, I was feeling like it's the holidays, nobody's interested, nobody wants to join my team, and I was putting that into the environment. So in turn, nothing good was happening. But I have been telling myself, you will hit Success Club, you are a good leader, your team is going to hit Success Club this month, your team is going to get the paycheck that they need and want and have been working so hard for. Your team is going to be an elite team in 2016. And in turn, things are starting to happen. So I want you guys to start giving yourself those positive affirmations every day. Tell yourself, I have an amazing team and so many people want to join it. Even if you don't believe it, say it enough times that you believe it. Last night we had a family home evening lesson with our kids. Trayson's been struggling lately with just feeling down, and it's hard to be 11 and when those hormones start kicking in, and we literally made our kids do this. We said, I got out my hairstyling mirror and they held it in front of them and I said, tell yourself you are amazing, you are a child of God, you are confident, you are the man, you are successful, you get straight A's. And I'm like, I want you to tell yourself this every day. And my son had tears in his eyes trying to tell himself that. And I remember having tears in my eyes trying to tell myself that at the beginning. But telling myself that every day has changed my attitude, my life, my business. And this is something that we need to teach to our challengers too. Like, we are such a insecure, underconfident, scared, fearful society. And we have got to help remind people that they have tools and that they can get through life and they can be happy and that everybody's normal. If you have sad days, and no, even coaches don't want to jump out of bed and work out every day. Like, it's still hard for us, but we keep pushing forward because we have Energize. because it literally saves my day every morning. So I'm super excited for you guys to do this. I want you to tell me and commit to me and tell me what hour in the day you are going to do this. From what hour? So think in your mind right now when you can do this. Do you watch Netflix for 30 minutes every night? If you do this while you're watching Netflix. Or don't watch Netflix for a week and do this for 30 minutes. And I can guarantee you will have a paycheck deposited into your account next week. So think about that for a minute. I'm going to ask you guys if you have any questions, and then I'm going to ask you for your hour. And I want and expect a filled out tracker sheet next Tuesday before the Zoom call. Just screenshot it and send me a text of it or send me an instant message. Latavia, what hour do you have available to do that? Good plan. So one other tip I wanted to tell you. I will not respond to somebody. So if I send a message, so that day that I sat down and sent 62 messages in 1 hour, I didn't comment back to any of those people until later because I was so focused on just thanking every single one of those people who liked my post that I didn't want to take away time doing the conversation. So you can do that later, like do that while you're on the toilet. Do that while you're sitting at Walgreens in the parking lot for 5 hours trying to pick up a prescription. But that way you can make sure to get through and you don't get distracted. For some reason, for me, I get distracted if the lights are on. But I have ADD. So if it's during the day, I will literally go into my closet. If Isa's taking a nap and my kids are gone at school, I will go into my closet, put on headphones on a light, quiet, calm, even like classical or like church music or Christmas music. I can't do it if it's like Maroon 5 because then I want to get up and start cleaning and be wild. Just on a light, or just have no headphones in and just power through. Say, I'm going to comment on 25 people, or I'm going to message 25 people. Just a, hey, how are you? Or I love that shirt you were wearing. Where did you get it? That's it. You will get responses. You will have people ask you questions. Even the It Works and Thrive people want in on what we have to offer. And like Latavia said, guys do want the opportunity too. It is a lot scarier to reach out to them. And there are a lot of inappropriate guys out there. But there are also a lot of guys who want our help. And I know like Janice and Susan are super lucky that their husbands are in on this and that they can help them message their male friends. I know that with my husband's friends, I have just said, hey, how are you? Travis and I were talking about you, and we were thinking about this time when we saw you on the side of the road and we had a flat tire. Remember that? That's it. And then when you use your husband's name in with that, it makes it a lot less like, I don't want to be your girlfriend. I'm just reconnecting with you as a married woman who respects her husband. So, do you have any questions for me? Is that overwhelming, Tiana? So on the Team Forward Fitness Tracker, there is a place to talk about your Instagram reach outs too. I do message some people and DM them on Instagram. And if you have a huge Instagram following, just go through and do the same thing on your Instagram. Go through and DM the people who have liked your posts. But I think that a good rule of thumb is to post the same thing to your Facebook as you are your Instagram page. And it doesn't I will try to do some sort of fitness or food post every day as one of my 3. But it's not all about fitness, because if it's all just fitness and Shakeology, people are going to be like, you're driving me nuts. I don't care. But if they get a part of who you are and who your family is, and you talk about your life, they're going to become more interested. So just on this post from Macy, there was 116 people that I followed this list yesterday morning and liked and commented on 116 people. And I literally just went down this list and engaged with them on their own Facebook wall. So don't feel like you have to only post health and fitness tips. Make sure that like at least 1 out of the last 5 of your Facebook posts, either in a roundabout way, talk about health and fitness, or the fact that you'd worked out. So, if you don't want to put like a picture of you doing your workout, just be like, I could hardly walk as I was pushing my cart through Sam's Club today, because today was leg day. Or so, you know what I mean? Like just, it doesn't, I remember Missy Reber had put a funny one and she was like, workout, check, Costco shopping, check, child puking at Costco, check, pray for me. And that was it. You know what I mean? It didn't have to be like, look at me, look at my muscles, look at my workout. It was just, so everybody got the clue that she did a workout today, because she is the person who works out every day. I know that Melanie Mitro, who is the #1 coach in the industry, on her Facebook and her Instagram, which she posts the same thing to her like page as she does her Instagram, her personal page, she also might post the same thing on. Every morning, she works out at 4 o'clock every morning, and every single day you will see a sweaty selfie, just like she posts into her challenge group, with some sort of motivation. Like today it was, pack up your excuses. Here, I'll tell you exactly what it said. And she is the #1 coach in the business. So sometimes if I'm lacking on what to post or what to talk about, I will go to her Instagram. Okay, she has a picture of her, can you guys see my phone at all? Or you can look up Melanie Mitro on Instagram. It's just her sweaty selfie that she would post into her challenge group. And she overlaid it with word swag and said, summer bodies are made in the winter. Rise and shine, day 6 of week 2, hammer and chisel. I have no room for excuses. 4 hours of sleep, crazy to-do list, sore from yesterday's powerlifting session, but that's not stopping me. Summer bodies are made in the winter. It's go time. This is your sign. You snooze, you lose. Let's crush it. Are you in? And every day she posts about her workout. If she doesn't post about her workout that day, she will post a healthy recipe from like the Fix8 or like a picture of her healthy dinner. But that's only 1 out of 3 of her posts. So don't feel like everything has to be positive, happy, health and fitness. I work out all day long, because we don't. You could even be like, I talk about our weekly Zoom calls all the time. Like, there are times that I'm wiping Isa's butt on the Zoom call. And I'll be like, how many office jobs can you have your business meeting with amazing, inspiring women while you're wiping your 2-year-old's butt? You know what I mean? So, but don't be afraid to talk about it. Don't be afraid to talk about your life. It's kind of your own reality show, not in a negative way. If you have something negative going on in your life, find a way to talk about it in a upswing. So there have been plenty of terrible things that have happened since I've been a coach, and I just barely started talking about it. But before, I would just say things like I was listening to the why can I not think of it now? It's one of my favorite personal development books, The Compound Effect. And he talked about, it's people's true character, not how they are when they are failing, but people's true character really shows up when they are hit with a challenge. And that made me bawl my eyes out for 4 hours because my in-laws don't talk to me or my husband. And I was like, that's very true. I never thought for 14 years of marriage that my in-laws would be like, peace out, you guys have a great life. So I talked about what I learned in my personal development that hit me hard, but nobody knew why. Nobody knew that what was going on, because obviously that's not really appropriate to talk about. So there's always something in your life that you can give inspiration and words of advice and blah, blah, blah with people. So does that kind of help you know what to do for your power hour? Yeah. And I know a lot of coaches have built the business more on Instagram, but I find Instagram super hard to DM people because you can't just click on their name and then go to message like you can Facebook. You have to write their name down, write it in the exact proper way, and then send them a message. But if you are very active on Instagram, we talked about this on last week's call, you want to pay the $9.99 for Instagress. Has Jill told you about that? Okay. So Instagress is going to help you work your business without you working. Sign up today. If you want to build your business more on Instagram, sign up today. You can do a free 3-day trial, and I want you to see how many friends you will gain in just 3 days from your 3-day trial. Latavia, did you get on Instagress yesterday? It's $9.99 a month. So in September, I got on Instagress after listening to a call on YouTube. I had 140 friends on Instagram, September 28th. I had been trying to work my Instagram and my like page and my Facebook. And my Instagram, I was literally ready to just give up on it. I'm getting no new followers, no engagement. I'm getting 12 likes and that's it. And they're all from my mom and all of our coaches. And actually not even my mom, because she's not into this whole thing. But anyways, it would be from the coaches. And now, since September 28th, that was the first day I did the 3-day trial on Instagress, I'm almost to 800 followers. And typically each post gets anywhere from 30 to 70 likes on it. I have learned to different hashtags. So one other thing on Instagram, hashtag at least 3 to 5 hashtags in your initial post, and then do a comment with hashtags. When you do the hashtags in the comment section rather than your original post, you'll get triple the engagement. And I wouldn't specifically hashtag Shakeology or Beachbody because you're only going to attract people who already drink Shakeology and already do Beachbody. I would hashtag superfoods, at-home workouts, fit mom, fit family, toddler, whatever you have interests in. If you like to knit or sew or craft, hashtag those things. I hashtagged aesthetics and makeup and hair and cosmetologist and football mom, cheer mom. And you can set up all those hashtags in Instagress to search out other people who have hashtagged the same thing and have the same interests, and then it will like and comment on those people's things for you. So literally all day long, my phone is telling me, thank you, Jessica Seward. Thank you for that comment. Thank you for saying that, because Instagram will go to other people's pages and do what we are doing for our Power Hour for $9 a month. Okay. So then people are like, who is this person who said great picture? And then they go to they are strangers. They come to your page, they like what they see, they follow you. So like, it's $10, I know, but I can tell you it's worth it. And I'm going to try to find out a way to just have it be like US and Canada, because I do get a lot of people from like Asia and Germany, and which is good because eventually our products are going to launch there. I have a feeling that in 2016, Beachbody is going to launch in the UK. So, I mean, it is good to create relationships and friendships with people in other countries, even though we don't ship there yet. But Instagress is the bomb. Get on it. It literally does your engagements for you. Yes. I've just had a lot of people start following me, and then you can have more engagement. So I am actually personally messaging people through Instagram, but they are bringing people to my page. Does that make sense? So like on Facebook, when we're going in and doing our likes and comments, Instagress does that for you. So you literally don't have to work your Instagram other than doing your messages, because Instagress does it for you. And if you do too much liking and commenting on Instagram, it will shut down your Instagress. So literally just let Instagress do it for you. If you find a contact list from your Instagram and you go through and you say, I'm going to personally DM these 7 people that liked on my photo, and just say, hey, how are you? Thanks for the support on my picture. Or thanks for the support on my Instagram, or thanks for the follow. I've noticed that like on Instagram and on Twitter, people this is what they send you when you start following them. People who have tons and tons and tons of followers, this is what one lady said, and I really liked it. Let's see where I went. It said, and so anybody that started liking or following this girl, this is what she said. I can't remember it now. I can't find it, but it was something like fabulous, shiny superstar or something, like so honored for the follow. And that was it. And then it said, hey, how are you? It starts a conversation going. So I will tell you, I do have 10 prospects on Instagram who are all over the United States, who I only started following me from Instagress. I probably could have more if I worked Instagram more. But a lot of these people have never even heard of Beachbody. So they're not even like, oh, please don't tell me you're a Beachbody coach. One of the really good pieces of advice, so when I went through Coach University, they said on your Facebook and on your Instagram, say Beachbody Coach. So I have a life coach who has now told me it scares people off and they're not going to be interested in you if they come to your page and it says Beachbody Coach, Beachbody Coach. If it says health and fitness coach or online mentor or something else, people are going to be more apt to come and be more questioned of what you're doing. But literally, I do the same thing. If I go to friend request somebody and it says It Works distributor, I'm like, psh, never mind. You know what I mean? So for a bunch of months, I had Beachbody Coach on my Facebook because that's what Brigitte said to do. But I've had more interest when I don't say Beachbody Coach. It just says, let's see if I can see what it says. I don't know where. Oh, mom of 4, wife, health and fitness coach, passionately helping others reach their dreams. That makes people a little bit more interested than when it's like Beachbody Coach. You know what I mean? Sometimes people get scared away from that. So this life coach said, you know, when you make people interested and they kind of have to scroll through to kind of see what you're doing rather than it being like a billboard for it, you're going to have people be more genuinely interested. Obviously, I still talk about it. I still say I'm a Beachbody coach. Like, I'm not ashamed of it, but I'm not blasting it. You know what I mean? So it says the exact same thing on my Instagram. For a really long time, I had my Beachbody coaching, like Team Beachbody Coach / Jessica Jamar link on my Instagram. And then I was listening to a YouTube and they said, instead of having that, because that just looks really salesy, have the link to your Facebook profile, or if you do a blog, have your link to your blog, or if you have like a email list, like you can put your email address in that link instead. But that gives people, it just seems a little less salesy, and people will become more interested in that. So we all live and learn, and I've had a couple of people say, like, I didn't know that you were a coach, and if I did know that you were a coach, I probably wouldn't have talked to you about this, but since I've been talking to you for the past week about it, I'm really interested in the product. I think I want to do it anyways. But had I have originally heard and knew that you were just doing Beachbody programs, I probably wouldn't have been interested. Another tip that I did just hear the other day, I had a customer say that she was really frustrated because she's reached out to a couple of coaches. She was interested in the 21-day fix, but nobody would tell her the price of just the 21-day fix nutrition plan and DVDs. They only told her the price of the Shakeology challenge pack, which initially we would love everybody to get a challenge pack, but we can't turn down the people who just want a program. This girl, because I gave it to her straight and I told her how much it was, she said that she'd asked another coach who is on Team Dynasty a couple of questions, and that coach immediately started pushing coaching and was like, you can be a bajillionaire if you become a coach. Like, this girl has a huge social media account. And this is really funny, and this just reminded me. Do you guys remember last week when I told you that somebody mocked me and put up a post saying that they were doing a challenge group and they didn't want to sell anybody anything, and they didn't want to sell you a shake or a wrap or a pill? It was just like a challenge group, and whoever lost the most amount of body fat, they would win. This is that girl. So she bought a challenge pack, and she said the only reason she did was because I didn't A, tell her that she needed to be a coach and she could make $1 bazillion, and B, I was willing to let her buy just the containers and the nutrition plan and the DVDs. So it turned into her buying a complete challenge pack and possibly being interested in coaching down the road. Just because I was like, yeah, sure, here you go. But I also want to say that is one person who I thanked, although I was mocked the week before, I thanked for the like on my vulnerable post. So it just goes to show that all of the haters, all of the mockers, they are interested. Whether they can come out and say it or not, they are. I was a hater, I was a mocker. I get it. Do you guys have any other questions for me? Or comments, ideas? Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a good idea. And what are you saying to engage? Yeah, for sure. That's a really good idea. At 6 o'clock in the morning, there aren't very many people on. But if you're doing it at nap time or in the evening, I think that's, I mean, there are still people on, but not as many. That's a really good idea. Thank you for sharing that. Does anybody else have any questions for me? I haven't had a chance to talk to Janice. How are you doing? Good. You and Latavia are busy rocking your babies. Hi. You doing all right? Do you have any questions for me? Okay. Did that help to see, like, visually what I'm doing for my power hour? Okay. I'm such a visual person, so I think for me it's helpful to, like, say, here it is. All right. Well, if there's no questions, you guys know where to find me, in the team page or on Messenger or text me, whatever you need to do. People are getting ready. The resolutionists are getting ready. So be sure that you are connecting with people, because when they see that you're interested, they're going to think of you as soon as January 1st rolls around and their number one goal is to lose weight. Be prepared, because you might not get a shower. I know, right? Imagine how big your paycheck's going to be. You might stink, but that's okay. I know, for real. Today I was like, can I get away with another day? I didn't think that was possible. I have a few hair appointments tonight, and I was like, they don't want to be that close to me. I kind of smell like a sweaty horse. Okay, thank you guys for getting on the call. And I'm so excited to hear next week how far your business has moved forward by doing these simple things for 1 hour every day. I can't wait. Like, I wish I could just fast forward to next Tuesday. Okay. Thank you. Bye. See you, Kaylee.